Okay. This is so fun. I'm so excited to have ladies, lots of ladies. I was like 14 plus only on the website, so Lacey's the only one that broke that rule, but it's okay. I'm kidding. I told Maylee, I'm like, so I think it's Sophia, right? I was like, Sophia is coming, and she's like, oh, that's okay. She can handle it. Yeah. This is my husband, Seth. Do you feel uncomfortable? Perfect timing. You brought me food. Everybody, oh, thank you. Hey, guys, who is here for the first time? Oh, not as many. That means most of you just haven't come in a long time, right? It's good to see you guys. I'm excited to paint my bunny ears. This is so fun. On your plate, this is what you have. Do you want something different in colors? If you do, this is your moment. Raise your hand. My daughter Maylee will just buzz around like you wouldn't even believe, and she'll help you. So I'm going to hang this in the screen so you can see it for a minute. If you want to customize it and change a color, I'm going to give about 5 minutes for you guys to think about it. This is on your plate. You can change, do a yellow flower, and a pink and blue egg. This is what's on your plate. If you want to change it, let Maylee know as she comes around, okay? I'm going to put it right here for just a minute. All right, so think about it for a minute. That way when we start painting, we can all cruise through it and not be like, wait, I want to do this, okay? I'm going to give just another minute or two for you to decide. We have lots of colors. I will say that the green you have on your plate will pull turquoise if you add white, okay? It'll pull a really pretty turquoise. So if you want that, it's on your plate already, okay? So think about it for just a minute. Wow, we have so many creative minds in here. Brittany's like, me? No, nobody else? Okay. We have red, orange. All right. You're good? Okay. Guess that's it, Maylee. Oh, we have a thinker. Someone's considering. What's up, girly?
Can I have like purple?
Yes, we have 2 shades. Oh, 3. She knows better than I do. What are you thinking? Okay, so I have like a neon, which I wouldn't recommend because neons are horrid to work with, but if you want it, I'll support you. And then we have another purple that pulls dark or really pretty lavender. Okay, see, I just had to sell you on it.
Sage green background.
I'm going to let you keep this, and I'm just going to get you a different plate. Where's the plate? All right, this is your 10-second warning. I'm kidding. If you decide halfway through class, we're pretty nice. We'll give you another color. All right, this is a really pretty sage, especially if you put a touch of your brown in it. It'll tone it down. Same with the purple, okay? Very pretty. All right, ladies. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to stress out? Feel overwhelmed? That's my job. My job is to make you consider art altogether. Just kidding. This is fun because everybody's just going to chat and it's not going to be awkward and silent. Because we all are here with our friends. Who's painting this for their home for decor? All right, let's not. All right, let's just change our mind right now, okay? This is not for decor, okay? This is for fun. I'm teasing. Just a little, okay? My biggest tip for you guys tonight, I don't know what my hair is doing, but 60%. You're 60% happy, you move on. No one in here is going to be like, wow, I did amazing. If you are, come find me. It'll be the first. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be awesome. Okay, so just be kind to yourself. We're all going to paint the same thing, but it's not going to look like mine, okay? And that's not because I'm cool and you're not. It's just we're different, okay? We're different, so it's going to look different. So I want you to just embrace that, okay? Otherwise, it's just going to be stressful. I have Maylee on the floor tonight. She's my daughter, and she's awesome, and her job is to get you paint. That's her only job. If you need help with a technique, holler at me, okay? She's got it, but she'll probably be really insecure by you because she's, you know, a lot of ladies, right, May? It's okay. Brooklyn had to do something tonight, so it's just Maylee. But I'm going to help you, all right? So be kind to yourself. Have fun. Let's do it, okay? You guys ready? All right, I'm live on YouTube. Hopefully there's 1 or 2 people watching me. I'm going to switch that. Okay, let's do our background first. Music too loud? Nope, okay. We're going to start with this brush. You have 2 jars of water. Try to keep one clean through class. You can dilute with clean water. So we're going to get it wet right up front. Switch it around. If you're doing the background I'm doing, you're going to get a touch of this blue. And when I say touch, I'm for real, okay? Touch of the blue. Like that's, and then a touch of brown, okay? So the brown kind of mutes the blue, which is what you want, or that's what I want. I want kind of a muted. So if you start with just a touch, you can add, but you can't really take away once it's on there. So just add little bits at a time. And remember, your paint dries a shade or 2 darker on your canvas than what it looks like on your plate, okay? So I always say, if you're like, I really like that color, go a little bit lighter, and then you'll love it, okay? Again, if it's too bright for you, keep adding little bits of brown until it tones down quite a bit. So here's the original background. So it's not super bright. If you did just white and blue, it would be pretty bright. So tone it down with that brown, okay? All right, and we're just ready to fill in our background, which is going to be everything except your eggs and your ears and your little flower, okay? So we're just going to go. We're just going to go. It's the scariest part to start. Just do it. Just own it. Here we go. This is the least intimidating step of the painting, guys. Okay, just jump in. If you're OCD like me, you'll wrap your edges. That way when you put it up on the mantle for Easter, it's nice and complete, okay? Now, a mistake that a lot of new artists make is they don't add enough water to their paint. So then they're fighting their canvas the whole time. So make sure you dilute your paint. It should be the consistency of melted ice cream at all times, okay? You're welcome to chat amongst each other, encourage each other as you feel overwhelmed. If your paint's not filling the little grooves in your canvas, add water to your paint or more paint to your brush. It's going to be one of those two things that are causing that. Oh. Oh. Like a lot? Yeah. Maylee. Miss Maylee. We need wipies, girl. I should just put one at your station for ladies.
I thought you were saying me specifically because of
You're going to get your own package next time. So see how I use the toe of my brush to come in between the ears? So instead of painting flat, I'm using the toe. That way I can get in that little tiny section better. I'm going to try and avoid, obviously, paint in my ears for sure because they're white. But with the eggs and the flower, I can be a little bit less like OCD and stressed about that because you don't? Well, you're about to get a life lesson here, honey, in this ladies' night. It's going to get real. But I'm with you. It's therapeutic for me. Again, wrap your canvas. If you need more paint of any kind, raise your hand. Maylee's going to watch the floor. She also has the Clorox wipes. If you've been here before, you know that's like the magic eraser of painting. So if you need one of those, just raise your hand. She can help you with that too. She's pretty cool. She's a pretty good distributor of paint and Clorox wipes. It is her skill. So if you chose a darker blue, you might be feeling like your canvas isn't getting great coverage, and it just might need 2 layers if it's darker. The darker colors tend to need more layering. So just let your first layer dry and then go back and add another one once it's dry. Don't put the paint on super thick thinking that's the solution because you'll just start to pull up paint instead of laying it down, and then you'll wonder what's going on. When you get a chance, will you make one of these into a kit? Okay.
Do we have it already as a kit?
I don't think we have it made as a kit. You can check. You guys cold?
No, I'm good.
Okay. With the gold leafing, just come ask me for it. Bring a bag, paint jar bag. Yeah. Oh, these backgrounds look fabulous, guys. I think you're doing awesome. Again, if you're thinking, okay, mine's going to need 2 layers, it's not a big deal. You'll have a chance to do that. Okay, so just let it dry. Don't try and put it on super thick or anything like that. Just let it dry. And again, check your edges, especially the bottom and the top. Those are the ones we forget. Check those so that you don't get home and that's super frustrating. And then just wash your brush really good when you're done. Remember to pick one jar to wash. That way you have clean water the whole time to dilute your paint as you go, okay? So I do need the kit for this by the time class ends because someone's taking it home. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, I'm being so nice with the amount of time I'm giving you for this background. It's insane. But I just realized it's a 2-hour class. I set this at 2 hours, so you're welcome. Maylee was like, 8:30, Mom? I'm like, yep. We're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do the ears next. Make sure your brush is clean because we're going to keep using the same brush. I will say this real quick, though. Some of you are going to be ahead of me and kind of get bored waiting on me. Some, which won't be, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 of you. But most of you will feel behind and stressed out. That's normal, okay? So go at your pace and know I'm here to help you. I'm just going to keep the pace of a 2-hour class. Okay, that way if people have rides coming, they can be done on time. Okay, make sure your brush is nice and clean. And we're just going to paint our ears white. Okay, so this is a great opportunity to kind of clean up the edges. And your canvas is white, so the whole purpose of this step is wetting our surface. You don't have to paint the inside of the ear. That's going to be pink, obviously. So again, the purpose of this is wetting our surface so we can do some floating, which I know everyone's really excited to do. I like it. Okay, so just wet the surface of the ears here. And then if you have, if your background came in a little bit and you need to kind of clean that up a bit, this is a good time to do that. If you need more white paint, because again, we guess on how much white we need and then we always need more white. So just raise your hand if you need it. And again, when you go to dilute or water down your paint, make sure you're using your clean water, especially with white. Otherwise, it's going to have this murky color to it, and you'll notice it when it's dry, and it's going to bother you. What's going on, girl? Yeah. Yeah, you just do a ton, right? But if you need 2 layers, just like put one on there, and then when you do your second one, mix a bunch. All right, so I've wet my surface here. Here's my brush. It has white paint in it. I'm going to put a corner of my brush into my brown. That's how my brush is loaded. Okay, just that little corner of brown. And now I'm going to take that edge and I'm going to follow the line of my bunny ear. Okay, and this is called, what's that? Yeah, I'll show you again. My brush is loaded with white, and then I put the corner of it in brown. Okay, and then I take that corner and I press all my bristles to fan out, and I follow the edge of my bunny ear, okay? So that I get this effect. See that up close? Floating is you're outlining, but you're doing it in such a way that the paint floats in to the surface. So again, I want you guys, this is a big mistake that artists make, is they think they're supposed to just use that corner. You need to use all your bristles. So flatten your brush and use all your bristles. So they fan out and then you're all pressed up against that outline. Some of us might have a really light brown outline. Some of us might have a really dark one. Remember, we're all going to end up with something a little bit different. And I purposely didn't put too much of this in this painting, so don't stress. We're not going to have to do this very often here. Okay, so I'm going to load my brush again so you know. I put all white on my brush. Corner of it in brown. That corner, I follow the inner edge of my bunny's ear. Okay. What's up?
I didn't realize I was just missing the brown, and so I thought the black was brown, so I outlined it in black.
Okay.
It's giving me brown now.
The best thing to do, May, is wash it off. If it's black, yeah. I mean, unless you want a gray bunny.
I thought I was crazy. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's black, but it's supposed to be brown. And then I noticed everybody's brown.
Flatten your brush. Huh? Outline? I'm not. You're welcome to, but I'm not. You can do it, Robin. Yeah. You can go over this more than once. Remember, your white paint should be melted ice cream consistency. That's going to help you. As soon as you get her a wipey, I would just carry the white around and ask, okay? Because a lot of people are out of it. You're welcome.
You're gonna go over it. Mine, we went over the blue wall.
How we doing, guys?
Okay.
Oh, good. Remember, this is for fun. We're having fun. We're not like Picasso yet, okay? Maylee's gonna come around with white, okay? And just help. Obviously, we ran out of white fast, so she's just gonna come around with it. Or maybe I will, because she's running around with the wipies. Do you want me to do white? Okay. You guys cold over here? You okay? All right.
Sweating, actually.
I know, I always turn the air up because I know everybody's going to be all right, I'm distributing white whether you ask for it or not. Okay? Then I might not. Can I give you some more white? Your floating looks great. You're welcome. I'm going to only compliment you at this table so you think it's like sincere, because most people are like, that's not true. You say it to everybody. I'm not. I'm going to walk away. Okay?
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I will come down. I'm going to zigzag around here. How you doing? I'm just going to give you more white. Hey!
I don't mind seeing them.
You do another coat after the first one dries.
Okay, great.
Okay? Yep. It looks good, but I'm not going to say it out loud, okay? All right, girl, I'm going to give you some more white.
Okay, thanks.
I'm just going to give it to you, okay?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, you're good. Sherry. Ugh. Can I have your plate, please? Man. There was a restaurant when I was growing up close to us called Cherie's.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, that's how I try and remember your name. All right, I'm coming with white. Who just said it? All right, I'm going to move on down.
Is there more white than what we've done?
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to...
I apparently didn't.
I apparently didn't. I'm just going to... It's the white pump, so I'll tell them how many pumps to do, but this pump is...
Did you pump your foot? Oh, no.
What did I do?
That would be the first time, but there's just some...
Paint on...
Pumped your foot.
Paint doesn't scare me like it used to.
I love this.
I hate it.
It makes me happy.
I can't stand it.
Adds to
The disaster around.
I drive by. I love
Oh, really?
all the time.
I change them once a year just because I'm like,
Why would you? You're just gonna get paint on them.
I know, because I just, once a year, oh, I skipped you, sorry. I like to just feel like my studio's crisp once a year.
For one day.
Yeah. It is literally one day because the kids are like, I'm going to sign it. Like, cool.
You do that.
Cool. All right.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to.
I know.
I'm going to get you another plate.
Okay.
Okay? Do you need white?
2 plates.
Can I have a white?
Yes.
Can I have a little white?
Yeah.
I need to make another background.
I'm just going to give you a bunch in this pile, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You know what? Oh, you want to go get one? They're right there. Sorry, I'm going to make you work for it. Lacey, sorry, you're waiting for white, huh?
Can I get more water?
Yeah.
Different water?
Yeah, you want some clean water? Yeah. Maylee, will you bring me a plate? Look at Sophia's plate. Look at how clean and orderly her plate is.
I got nervous with the brown.
I got nervous. Brown guy.
I'm trying to give you my plate again.
I'm just gonna keep going because this pump. I'm
Leave
really.
the bottle here.
I gave you some. I didn't give you some here. Paige is like, I'm done waiting. I'll just go get my own. Who said mom? Did you say mom? Okay. I don't know. I'll say yes to anybody calling mom. I'm like, yep, I'm here. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Oh, are you feeling relaxed? No.
It's been a rough day, sickness. So I'm trying. My brain isn't
Oh.
working very good.
I'm sorry. Your brain looks like it's functioning
I know
to the
how
canvas.
float, but like my brain and it's just not.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes I had a rough start too, you know. Forgot moms and muffins. So killing life. Yeah.
My baby's 16, so it's been a while since I've done that.
Well, my 16-year-old, I didn't forget anything. Are you 16? You're 15.
When you get to the last one.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, you're here? I forget. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I always run out of my paint background and then I have to repaint
I
it.
know. That's what they were saying, the same thing.
Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm just going to give a generous pile. This dang pump. What? It goes on the plate under the packet of paint. Plate? Yeah. So just bring me a little bag, clear bag that you use for the paint up to the stage. That's right. All right, ladies. We're going to move on. That was a very generous floating time. How? How did I miss you? You're like, I'm hello, I'm here. You are welcome. How's daughter? Should I give her some? Yeah, let me just put some on there because it's going to keep going. Whites, we're going to keep cruising with white. All right, there you go. Yep. All right, we're doing the inner ear next. Wash your brush. Who needed another jar of water? Did I get to you? No, I haven't. Okay. Feels good right here. All right, girly, there you go. All right, you're welcome. We are going to wash our brush. We're going to do our inner ear next. Okay. Same brush. All right, so we're going to make some light pink. Of course, we're just going to use some white and pink. I leave some dark for floating because we're going to float the inner ear too, okay? So my plate's kind of a mess, but just mix a little pink with white. And it's a smaller surface. You're just painting these two, so you don't need a ton, okay? And then I'm just going to fill these in. Again, use the toe of your brush to get in those areas that seem impossible to get with this big flat. If you know how to use your brush and flip it around, you can get in all these areas pretty easily. Hey, I was like, hey, are you good to work this ladies' night yourself? She was like, yeah. I'm like, are you sure? No, she's good. She's good. Miss Emma gave her a long list too. So she's like, well, how am I supposed to do? I'm like, no, Miss Emma is second on the list. All right, if you want to float the inside of that part, you're going to do it the same way you did the brown on the ears, except you're going to have all light pink on your brush and dark pink on the corner. Okay? And then you just take that darker edge and you follow it. Okay, I'll bring it up to you in a second, okay? But at any point, you guys can totally like omit something from the painting. If you're like, I don't really feel up to that, like you don't have to do it. It's your painting. Maybe you like it without it. You do you. When you're done with your pink, don't wash your brush because we're just going to do the flower next. Okay? Unless you're doing your flower a different color. Whatever else you're doing this shade of pink, we're going to do next. Do I have a little bag? Yeah. Yeah. You okay, girl?
Yeah.
Are you feeling discouraged?
No.
No? Okay. Let me know if you need help, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What's up? Okay. Yeah. Fun's over, ladies. We got stuff to do. We have 45 minutes, all right? Let's do it. All right, we are going to do our leaves. Look at all this craziness you have to do freehand. Yay! Okay. Everything's going to be just fine, all right? But what I want to show you, like most of all, these are dark, and then my little twigs are lighter. See that? Contrast going on. So just keep that in mind. We're going to use this brush. It's a round. You can use your flat if you want. I enjoy using my big flat for leaves, but we're going to do it this one so nobody stresses. You can do leaves exactly where I do them, or you can do them where you want, okay? Or you can do less of them, or more of them, or none of them, okay? We're going to do our dark leaves first. All right, so let me tell you the combination, and make sure you mix enough that you can do all your leaves and not try and match the color. And then that color will just lighten for our little twigs, okay? So it's green. I'm going to scoop it with my little. Okay, so we got green and yellow. Now green and yellow is going to make a nice lime green, okay? I want to tone that down with brown. Okay, so I'm going to scoop in some brown. Okay. Just give her a new plate, yeah. Okay, now once I have a toned down lime green, so it's not super bright, I'm going to add some white to it. Okay, a little bit at a time. And this is really going to show you where you're at. As soon as you add that white, then you'll know at this point if you want to go more brown, which I want to do, or if you want to go more yellow. Okay? It's up to you. Remember, it dries a shade darker on your canvas. Darker first, yep. So I make a lime green and then I add brown to it to tone it down. Now if you don't want any lime in it, you could just do brown and green. This green can be a million different shades. Okay, I love how this table's like hurriedly, like background, like they're just like shh. Like we're good, we're listening. We're good. Yeah. Oh man, troubles over there. All right. I gotta paint before my mic dies again. That would be my luck. Sarah, before the class, she's like, did you charge it in between classes? I was like, yeah. I didn't. She knew better. Okay, so water that down. Well, you know, Drew, our 16-year-old tech guy, he's a little busy with school, but, you know, he's kind of letting us down that way. But he is a teenager. Yeah, you know, I should probably hire someone. All right, so we have the color. I wish. He's like, my skills are a little bit needed for. All right. Let's shape these in. Okay, I'm going to come to this little V shape in my rose, okay? I'm going to shape in my first couple of leaves. All right? I've been painting a while, okay? Who were you talking to before class? And she's like, you're going to do great. I was like, have you ever been to a ladies' night? Oh, cute. Okay. All right. Yours is more limey. You need to add more brown. All right. All right. I've got another leaf, okay? So where it scoops right there, that's kind of the direction your leaf is pointing. So you want them to all kind of point in a different direction so you don't create a pattern. So this one's pointing up, so my next one is going to point down. So I'm just going to do a line like that, okay? And then I'm going to bring it in like that. So that one's pointing down. Yeah. Does anybody want a piece of chalk? You can chalk in your leaves and then paint them. Does anybody want that? Maylee, get ready. Yeah. Surprisingly, I only had 3 hands go up. Don't worry, I won't call your name out. Okay. Okay, that's pressure. Who said sharp on the edge? That's pressure, okay? If I push hard on my brush, this is going to give me a big flat line. If I'm light, it's going to give me a thin line. If I spin my brush when I load it like this, it's going to collect my bristles and give me more of a point. If I load my brush like this, my bristles will be flat. So spin when you load, okay? What do you need? You don't have any brown. Oh. I was just going to be like, Maylee, toss me the brown. Maylee, they need brown right here. All right. If you're using chalk, just view your canvas like a chalkboard. It's going to come off with a damp brush. It will always leave a residue if you press super hard, okay? All right, who's ready for some more leaves? Okay, let's go. Okay, next crease, this one right here. This leaf is going to point upward. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to point it up. This is muscle memory for me, guys, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself. I just have done it so I know, I've done it so long I know when to lift my brush, okay? So I pressure when I want a thick line. I pull away to finish. That's why it just kind of flicks up. My pressure is different, okay? Okay. Maylee, bring this cute girl some chalk. Bring a couple of pieces of chalk. All right, so there's another leaf, happy little leaf. All right. I am going to do a cluster of 3 right here because I just want to torture you guys. All right, so here's my little cluster. All right. All right. There's a little cluster. All right, so let's do this together. It's going to go into our blue and yellow egg. All right, so I'm going to go up and then curve down. So the bottom of your leaf is just a smiley face. The top is like a frowny face, but then you like right at the end, just a little. Does that help? Cool. Next time I'll trace these in. Emma's like, can they do the leaves? I'm like, I think so. No, actually, you guys will just laugh at this, but they're better, they're more authentic if you do them freehand because they're supposed to all be different. And so if you just do them without thinking, Lacey, just do them without thinking. Okay, so this one's going to come out slightly. Okay, so I'm going to kind of have a little stem on this one, and then it's going to go down. Okay. Yeah, I'm still using the same color. It's just a playlist. But what do we use, Maylee? This is just, I don't know what this is. I don't really know. I have Spotify. This is just a playlist. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm not that cool. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so our last leaf right here, it's pointing completely down and it's tucked away from the rose, behind the rose. Okay. we doing, ladies? This one in the hat over here, she's cruising. She just keeps looking at me like, what's next? Like, challenge me a little bit. Oh, is that what that look is? Okay. All right, so this one is behind our yellow egg. So I'm just going to skirt the top of it and then pull it out. And then when I bring it back in, I'll stop at the egg so it's tucked behind it, okay? And then I'll carefully go around the egg. Almost done. Almost done with our leaves. Remember, you can say, I'm leafed out and I'm done. You don't have to do all the leaves I'm doing. Okay. We have another grouping of 3 right here, and then we're done, okay? So here we go. This one's just going to come. Maylee, you got the wipes? Do we have any left? Okay, I'm going to do one with a bit of a stem, so it's going to come out a little bit. Sometimes I like to paint them a little bit smaller than what they end up. That way I have that room to kind of expand it, largen it if I need to. I really am struggling with my words tonight in describing this. It just sounds ridiculous, but it's talking too much. All right, last one. Let's see, this one kind of just curves a little right there. All right, cute. I can't wait to see everybody's final piece because they're going to be beautiful. Your leaves look awesome. Those look great. Yeah, she don't believe me. We're not done with them. I think we'll be done at 8:30. Cool. All right, let me know if my... Is it up? No, it's not. Okay. I just need to get through this with a live mic. Okay. There you go. Yeah, just shape it up. All right, I've had a couple of ladies say, oh, they're super transparent. It's because we're using a dark color. We're going to go back to them. So just leave them alone, okay? So get them in 60%, walk away. We're going to shape them in, put a highlight, put a little vein. It's going to be great. We're going to put the gold on the eggs. That's all people are going to see anyway. Who cares? Why do we even do leaves? I don't know. They're beautiful. All right, let's do some twigs with some little leaves. I'm going to go to my tiny brush now. I want to leave some of my leaf color for another layer on my leaves. Everybody hear that? Leave some of your leaf color, but let's lighten some quite a bit for our little stems. Yep. And you don't need a ton, so just kind of find a little corner and lighten it. I just want to make sure it doesn't disappear in my background. So I want to make sure it's dark enough that you see it, but I want the contrast between the dark leaf and the light leaf. Light what? Yeah, you want it thinned out. Make sure it's melted ice cream consistency. That's going to be your best friend with this step. Take a minute to add white. Okay, here we go. This is my favorite part, so I don't care how it is for you. Don't tell me, okay? Don't tell me. All right, so I'm going to do 2 twigs right here. I'm going to have one coming down there and a taller one curved right there. Okay, it's hard to see. I'm going to darken mine up. Keep yours light. Okay? Yeah, got to darken mine. Yes, but don't use all your leaf color. We're going to do another layer on our leaves. Okay, now watch this. We're just literally going to stamp our leaves on here, okay? I'm going to pull slightly and then press. Pull slightly and press, okay? Pull slightly and press all the way down. Okay? If you can't see it on your background, darken it up. So your first little leaf is going to be above the stem, so pull a little and then press, and then do that all the way down. Sometimes people like to press and then pull. Press and then pull. Robin, you were a press and pull, right? Okay. So sometimes people like the opposite. They like to press and then pull down. Okay. So you can do it either way. Oh, I need a wipey. May, I need a wipey. Save me. Here, can you wipe this off, white paint? Yep. Thanks. Okay, so if you missed that one, I'm going to do a couple more right here. I'm going to go 1, 2, right there, and do the same thing. Put my little leaves. Press and pull or pull and press. And sometimes it depends on the direction I'm facing my canvas. That one I did a press and pull and it ended up a totally different leaf, but whatever, we're rolling with it. All right, so we are, honestly, if you have a space on your canvas that you're like, this doesn't feel balanced, put a twig there. I mean, that's what I did when I created this. So if you're feeling like there's a spot and it's not the same as mine, put a twig there. All right, so I'm going to do 3 up here that end in the crack, the V, where those 2. So I'm going to go 1 right there, another, and then a short little one. I like to do different lengths so that, you know, variety and such. I'm telling you with these little leaves, stop thinking about it and just put them in. The slower you go, the shakier you are. Also, you'll start to create a pattern. We don't want a pattern. We want it to be random because that's nature. And this was made in nature, this little bunny crown. I only have one more twig and it just comes up by this little grouping. Blue what? Where are you at? Blue egg? Yeah, brown. That's fine. It's okay. Your pink is bright too, so it's fine. Girl, you know if you need Maylee's help, you can raise your hand. Right, May? Oh, I see some good twigs. You guys are good at your twigs. Okay, let's finish our twigs. Then we're going to go back to our leaves again. Okay, I'm going to check on all you fabulous artists. What's going on, girl? Talk to me.
Oh, I don't know how to do my twigs.
Okay. Let's see. Where's your plate? Is this your green? Okay. So first you want to take a second and water that paint down. Okay? Now I'm going to do a twig for you, which is totally against my own rules, okay? But I'm going to do it for you so you can see it and have confidence to do it, okay? Okay. So we're going to do these right here. So I'm going to start at the base and then I'm going to flick up, okay? Let's darken yours a little bit. That's why you're saying it's, you can't see them. They just need to be a little darker. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go flick up like that. And then this other one, we're gonna flick. See how I like, just pull away, okay? Now when you start above, you're just gonna go. So I'm gonna touch my canvas, pull it a little bit, and then press. So touch it a little bit gently, and then press like I'm doing a stamp. You see that? I know it looks easier said than done, but if you get that flow where you're just like, okay, barely pull, and then I'm gonna push. Barely pull, and then I'm gonna push. And you just do it all the way down. Barely pull, and then push. Okay, and once you get good at it, you can just go like bop, bop, all the way down.
Okay.
Okay? Now you try. Yep. So, give me your hand. Let's do it together so you can feel the rhythm. So, you're just barely touching your canvas and then you're pressing. Okay? Barely touch and then push. Look at that one! Okay? Barely touch and then push. Yep. But pull it out further. You're still pulling. Pull and press. Oh, that's okay. Where's that wipe you guys have had faithfully right here? Okay. Now, a lot of times, honey, when I'm at home and not, this is my brush. This is your brush. This is my brush. When I'm at home and I'm not hooked up to equipment, I don't leave my easel on my canvas on my easel. I hate that. So take it off if you need to. That way you can hold it better. Okay. That's the wrong green. Okay. Because that might help you to not, like, just hold it close to you when you do it, okay? So try and do leaves over there. And you can rest it on the table still. Yep, there you go. See how that's nice and thin? Because you didn't think about it. You just went for it. Ah! Look at that one! That's perfect! Yeah, and it's okay if it goes off the canvas a little. Look how perfect those are. So you need to load your brush every like 2 leaves. But when you load your brush, honey, twist it so that you maintain that point, okay? You got it. Good job. All right. We got to move on if we're going to get to the gold. Am I still on? Oh, okay. I think I am. Yep. All right. Let's go back to our main leaves. So I switched back to my round, like medium-sized brush. I'm going to put another layer on them. It should be pretty quick because your shape's already there. In other words, ladies, let's not waste our time. We got to get to a gold. Okay? That's why we're here. We're here for the gold. Yeah, the little ones don't need another layer. Our little twigs are done. You can Take a deep breath. Your twigs are done. Make sure your leaves don't have any clumps of paint in them, guys. When we do our gold leafing, we don't want wet paint anywhere. Okay? Oh, see, you like it now, huh? It's fun, huh? You got it. All right. Ladies, while the green is still wet, you're going to highlight that leaf. So flatten your bristles like this on that brush, okay? And put white on it. And then we're going to take that white edge facing the top of your leaf, and we're just going to brush it in, okay? And do a highlight in the leaf. So I have the dark green on my brush, and then I have some white on, I was going to say one corner, but the whole thing's white. And then you can brush in some dark if it kind of overwhelms it a little bit. So don't wash your brush. Keep the dark green on it, but pull it through like this so you flatten your bristles. And then put white, try and keep it on one corner. And then you're keeping this highlight to the top of your leaf. Ladies, once you do the highlight, go back to your little brush and the lighter green you did your little twigs with, and just use that color to put a vein down the center of your leaf. Okay? This is the color of your twigs. Maylee, come plug this thing in again. I think I lost my mic again. Well, my blue. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, so make sure your filbert is dry and clean. Okay, now we have an audience. Okay, so you're going to find around your egg should be dry, so you can kind of scrape it off. Okay? Okay. Kind of get on an angle. Okay? Go gently. Okay? Notice on my eggs, I wanted some of the gold around the rim. So don't like scratch it all off. Leave some on the rim if you want. Okay? You just kind of want to find that shape again. Okay? So I'm going to find my nose. If you're joining me live, just know we did not paint this bunny tonight. I am using it. Okay, I'm using my dry brush to scrape off. And your dry leafing will just come right off. But the one that's wet, I'm going to try and shape this like an egg. Okay. Go a little bit at a time, okay? Once you find your egg shape, okay? Hey, Maylee, we're going to want to pass out that sealant now. See how I've found the shape of my egg. Now, if you have gold like this speckled in your leaves or something and you're like, what do I do? You just get a wet brush and you'll wash it off, okay? But don't do that yet. We're going to work on our egg. Okay, once you have your egg, okay, you're going to scrape off little bits of it. Okay? See how I'm coming in it and I'm scraping some of it off? My result is going to be little speckles. Okay? So how much gold do you want? That's up to you and the pressure you're putting on your poor little egg. Okay? So you want lots of gold? Just go really lightly. Okay? And stop scraping when you're happy. Okay? Okay, so just if you're like, I want a lot off in that spot, then press hard on your brush and scratch it off really good. If you want just a little bit, then lightly just kind of brush over it. Okay? And it's going to leave behind the cutest little speckled gold egg. I've been trying to think of all the things I can add gold leafing to now. Now, if you are thinking, wow, I just lost all my gold in one swoop, find chunks that have come off, get that spot wet again, and lay the gold back on it. Okay, it'll stick to the water. Okay, let it dry and then scrape again. If you just have no more gold leafing and it's all flecked away, we can give you another sheet, okay? But see how I'm just working it until I have a fun little speckled gold egg. Again, if you have a spot where you want to take a bunch of gold off, scrub that spot harder. If you just want a little bit off, go light, okay? I want to show you. So my blue egg has less specks than my yellow one. See that? It doesn't really matter. Like, again, and if you want to add some gold, wet your surface and just pick up some of your little flecks and lay them down where you want it, okay? I want to see maybe if I can do this on this paper a little bit. if you want to put some more gold down, lightly damp your brush, add some more, and do it again. And I just want everybody to know it doesn't really work on paper. All right? Although I think if I did it when it was still damp, it would have. All right, Maylee gave you guys some clear sealant. As soon as your eggs are the way you want them, you can brush that sealant over them. And that'll hold that gold on there, okay? Just dampen them. You don't want it drippy or anything. I really want this to be pretty and finished, but are you guys getting this concept okay? Cool. Hey, I think if I just... So I told you guys, if you get gold leafing stuck somewhere, get your damp brush and just kind of wash it. It'll wash right off. You just don't want to wash it off of your egg unless you really hate your egg and you're doing it again. Does anybody need more gold?
We might need a little bit, but we're
Okay.
letting it dry.
All right. That's not bad, actually. Whatever brush you want. Just make sure it's clean. If it's dirty or even has dirty water in it, it'll murk it. So make sure it's dry, too. I would dry it. Okay? Oh, my poor little bunny out there. Emma's going to be like, what happened to that? I think I figured out how to do it on paper, so that was... Yeah, some kid will think that's so cool. All right, so your sealant looks like this. It's just like this murky... I would use my big flat brush. I would just make sure it's clean and dry. Okay? Because it's going to dry clear, so if your brush is dirty and then you fill it with the sealant, it's going to be kind of yucky when it dries. I'm excited to see these. Do you guys like it? Did you like how that worked? Or was that stressful? Okay. A little of both. Okay. Again, you can even, I was getting my brush damp and like picking up gold flakes that like fell, and then I was just pressing them back in. You know, if you have a spot that you want to add some. Okay, so I'm going to get my brush. I think it has blue in it. And then just take that sealant and brush over. Okay, really gently. Kind of mat it down. Yep, this is it. This is the final step before your signature. If you have a ride waiting, honey, you can sign it and you're good to go, okay? Let me see your masterpiece before you go, though. That's awesome. Good job. I love it. So brush that over your eggs. Okay. And it'll kind of act as a glue to hold that down. This one right here doesn't have a sealant on it though, and it's lasted this long, which I thought was pretty cool. But we're gonna put this on so that everybody's eggs hold through whatever happens after this. Okay. It sticks to that water and then it kind of goes into the grooves of your canvas, and that alone holds it pretty good. Bye, sweetie. See you later. Once that is done, you guys can sign your painting if you want to. I'll leave that up to you. I don't know. It is clear. Yeah. Yeah, I've used it on other things. I just... Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, you could paint your whole painting with it if you wanted to. I've done that many times if I'm going to store it in a different climate or whatever. Okay, I'm going to walk around and see your masterpieces. I'm super excited. If you have any questions for me, holler out as I walk around. Like I said, the last thing I did was just sign my name. So make sure you do that. If you don't want to do it on the front, at least sign the back up here. You don't want to sign on this, it might bleed through, but up here you could just write your name, just so you know, a little memory. It's cute, right? And hopefully there's just bunny ears all over the valley on mantles and entry tables. I know there will be. Lacey, I know where you live. I'm gonna ask Sophia. I'm gonna ask. All right, thank you ladies for painting with me again. If you have questions, let me know. I would love any pictures anybody's willing to let me take over at the wall, or if you don't want me to have one, I will help you take one of your group, okay? You guys were super fun. Thank you. Will you come see what she needs me? I'm going to turn off my live. Sorry for the sound problems, guys, but you guys were awesome. Here, it's right here, sweetie. I'll just give her a sheet. It's totally fine. It looks good, honey. I think some of it you were scraping. Make sure your brush is dry when you scrape it. Otherwise, you're going to scrape some of the paint off, okay?
So should we just get the whole thing wet then, and then re-put the gold on it?
This is damp enough. I would pick up some of this and press it on there. Okay. And you can even use your damp brush. Like I was using my filbert, and I was like picking some of it up like that and then just kind of pressing it down. So you can use your filbert too. It won't stick as bad, okay? Yeah. And it's okay if it's kind of bulky because you're going to seal it, okay?
Okay, should we get all of it wet?
You might have to wash all the brushes now.
That last little